Indeed, the world number 2, showing why he is such a boss, winning on demand. Fabi, at one point in this tournament, you were at -1, and honestly, there was dirt being put on the coffin. Now, somehow, you have just surged back into a tie for first. Could you have imagined this scenario just 4 rounds ago?
No, I was not thinking about being in first place or playing for first place after I lost 2 games in a row. But before today's game, I was optimistic because it felt like the trend was kind of improving in my tournament. I mean, I really thought that this is maybe not a must-win, but pretty close to a must-win game. Because, okay, I mean, counting on tomorrow, my fate isn't in my hands even if I win tomorrow and draw this game. And that's why I played the King's Indian. But it was a crazy game. I didn't expect it to go this way. It was, maybe at some point I was sure I was losing. At some point I was sure I was winning too, like much earlier on. Then I thought I messed it up and I was like very close to losing. And then after the time control, I thought I'm for sure winning, but it was still super difficult to keep it under control.
Yeah, we needed the heart defibrillator for Yasser, this one. Me too. Let's go to the moment you had when you played Rook takes on C3. If you can bring that up, Yasser, please.
I got it.
Rook C3, you seem to pause at this point. It's a point where we were thinking, Fabi's just going to sack. Why did you hesitate at all here?
Did I think for so...
It wasn't that long, but we just thought you'd be just eager to imbalance the position with Rook C3.
Well, the thing is, Rook C3 looks like a no-brainer, but he did play Knight F3 the move before. He invited me to do this, and he had other moves like Queen B3 or something. I thought that was his first intention. Because it looks really annoying. The point is Knight E6 is a threat, not Queen B7, but Knight E6. And so I have to stop at Queen E7, and it's a pawn sack. Like, he takes on B7, I play Knight C5, I get the 2 bishops. I was pretty happy about this outcome, because I really have tremendous compensation. But, I mean, I didn't expect him to allow the exchange sack, so that's why I thought, I mean, he's allowing it head on. I have to think about, you know, what he has in mind, because obviously he considered it. So at least and anyway, it's useful because I'm going to use the calculation that I do here later on. And I thought his moves were forced: Queen C2, Knight D2. I wasn't sure about my moves, but I thought, I mean, I have so many options. I should kind of keep the pace of it because he was playing quite quickly.
And so then you played B5, and all heck broke loose right here when you played Knight to D3, Queen B1 not being the best defense.
Yeah. No.
Right here, you must have just thought, okay, I'm rocking and rolling.
Yeah, well, when I played Knight D3, I had this Knight B4 in mind. He has other moves, but Queen B1 is a very logical one. Because he doesn't care about F2, he just wants to take on B5, and all my pieces will be hanging. And Knight B4 I was happy with, and I thought CB4, Knight F2, like, I'm not sure if I'm much better or winning, but I don't see a move for him, so at least it's pleasant to give, yeah, this is mate, Bishop D4. The problem is that, like, once my queen gets to the diagonal, it's just a mating attack after I get rid of his bishop. And then he quickly played Rook A5. I thought, this can't be good. Queen C3, and I expected Knight F3, which I thought can't be good, but it's still a lot to calculate with limited time. And then he played Bishop E3, and I thought, like, everything must be winning. But I got very confused, and I ended up going for something which was certainly not winning.
Yeah, Bishop takes G3 was the best move according to the engine.
Yeah, the thing is, I thought if he gets like Rook A3, but I just go to E5. Yeah, this was probably very simple, and I should have not overthought it and just played a simple move. But I really thought Bishop E4 might just be winning on the spot because of F4. And then after G4, I didn't see anything.
Right, now he was suddenly back in the struggle.
Yeah, and then I was also getting low on time, so I thought, yeah, like after Queen G1, which I missed, I was suddenly worried that I'm like almost losing, which I see the bar now, it says it's not the case, but you know, it's a bit scary because Knight F3, I mean, I'm also getting under attack, and yes. I don't have like an obvious next move. So I was happy to find this King F8, H6, because H6 was really important. I need to stop Knight G5.
Here the engine, after H6, gave G5.
Yeah, I wasn't, well, the move I was happy with is a mistake, I see. To start with, I thought h5 is not like a bad out. Now my king gets under.
Now your king is trapped, I think.
Yeah, maybe rook b7 now because suddenly my king can't escape like it could in the game with king f6. But I think we were both a bit too short on time to figure out the position.
Right, exactly. Now it got just super sharp. And then you got to, it was clear in his time control that there was a problem because he just started, you could sense he was very nervous and he played defensively at this point instead of being as aggressive as he could, although he was putting up a very heroic defense at some point. And why did you play rook e5 and not rook e3?
I thought he'll expect rook e3.
Ah.
I wasn't sure which was better. But rook e5 looked like, the thing is I threatened to take, but it's not really clear if I'm always going to threaten to take, like after rook b8. And here I'm going to try to take with check, or queen c3 and queen f3. So I thought it was more important to have that queen, the queen threatening f3 rather than the rook. But I don't know, I mean, for sure we were making mistakes.
Right.
Yeah, rook e3 was stupid because I should have played knight d3 and then we get the game, which is probably winning for black.
Yes,
Exactly.
we were very surprised he didn't play. Were you worried he might guess the move knight d3 at this point? Or
No, that wasn't
rook
it. It's just that after rook e3, I thought maybe, I wasn't sure if knight d3, rook f1, rook e3 was really very good for black. It's only after time control that I realized he has almost no moves. So I thought maybe after rook f1 there was like rook takes f3, which doesn't quite work out, and queen d5. I think that one, he has this queen g2 move. Maybe rook b4 is also a draw. Queen g2 might just be winning, so that's a bit of an issue.
A bit of an issue. Nicely put. British understatement.
No, maybe not. Maybe knight d3. Maybe I keep it together. But anyway, this is not what I want.
Right, exactly. And it was only after time control did he finally make the blunder, which was...
Yeah, he played this so quickly, but the queen is bad on g2 because it runs into knight e1.
Right.
I think he was thinking that after like queen c3 he could move his bishop somewhere. Bishop e4, but then he has no squares for his bishop because rook h3 and queen h3 knight f2 wins. Which is maybe not even necessary, but I think that was the only explanation I had for why he played it so quickly.
I think we thought the rook b3 was his last best chance of being able to defend the position.
Yeah, it might not be so clear-cut. Maybe white can hold it, but it's not a fun. I mean, rook b3 is a really tough move.
It's really tough to find.
Queen
and after
G2.
queen c3, now you were completely in the driver's seat and dominated.
Well, it's like after, I mean, there was so much to calculate. Yeah, knight e5 and then h4. Like I couldn't, yeah, h4 I wasn't.
h4 here?
Yeah, the thing is I thought knight g4,
Right.
rook f4, king g8 would win.
Wow.
And it's important rook f8, take queen d6, king g8, my king is covered. But then I realized, yeah, this wins for black. He has no more checks. But then I realized after knight g4 he can take rook e1.
Sorry. After knight g4, he can...
No, rook f4, king g8.
Take on g4.
Yeah, rook
King.
g4, rook e1, and bishop f1 loses because of queen f3. This is actually quite important. But he just has queen g1, and surprisingly, his pieces are loose, but I don't have a way to use them. Take, and his rook on g4. My king is again in a mating net. I mean, not yet now, but potentially. So I thought this is maybe just not better for...
Not so easy at all.
Or, yeah, definitely not easy. So I wasn't going to play that. I was going to play h4, h4, f3, hg, king g8. This was like my backup. But he plays bishop h3. Now I take on g5. And my pawn on f3 is kind of blocking my attack a bit. I mean, he's still probably in bad shape. But it's not an easy one. I mean, this was a good chance for him. So knight e5 was a serious mistake, I guess.
All right, but he didn't find those defenses. He allowed you
This
to
was a
just
very bad
roll
idea.
in the position, and you eventually got everything you possibly want. And this final retreating move with the queen. One little point here: rook e8 was also playable. Is there a defense to that?
Yeah, I didn't see
instead
it.
of queen c8.
That's the defense. I didn't see it.
Okay, I'll pat myself on the back for finding a move. Every once in a while, a blind squirrel finds a nut.
I saw this queen c8 and the line would, which happened in the game, and it was
Enough to see.
was enough, yeah.
Don't need more than one win in chess.
One win per game.
well.
One win per game is all you get.
Yeah,
If you tried to
Michael
find all
Tell.
the wins in the final position, then you'd be there all day. You know?
Right,
I think at some
exactly.
point all moves are winning.
Well, you are tied for first. I don't think you could say that since round 2.
Round
of the-
1.
Round
Probably round 4.
round 4. Yeah, there was a point where before you lost.
When I was +1, I think it was no one was +2. Or
No,
maybe
round 4 you were not in first.
then I was never-
Duh,
then I
because
was
I
never
know
leading.
because Ray Robson wasn't clear first
Okay.
in round 4.
Okay.
So it must have been by round 3 that you were knocked
no,
out.
I drew all my games at the start, and then I I won my third.
No, no, you
I won my
won.
third. You're right.
You
You're
won,
right.
yeah. Don't try to test the commentator. We follow you. Just make all the good moves. But you were tied for first at one point, and then Ray did his thing, and then you slipped out. Now suddenly you find yourself in the last round. You've got White against
Sam Shanklin.
Sam, who just won his game. All out.
I mean, not all out. When you're in the lead, you don't necessarily have to go all out. Also, Sam is not a player who that strategy will necessarily work against. But I mean, I will try, of course.
All right. Well done to get to this point. I'll remind you that I picked you to win the tournament, so if that helps, I already picked Carissa to win. Thank you, guys. Say it. Yeah, say it. Go ahead.
The quality of our life has gone down dramatically.
They're
in
not
the last
happy.
few rounds.
They're not happy, but so far I'm right. So the
Right.
trend is your way. Good luck in your last game.
Thank you.
Good luck, Pappy.
Good
Really,